We'll be bringing you the last match of day number 3 here for MSC at EWC as we round out Group C to find out where they fall into place as we jump into the land of dawn. It's Homebois from Malaysia and Team Liquid Echo from the Philippines. Will be the Homebois or the Cavalry to start out game number 1. Looking at everything falling into place, of course, emblem-wise as well. You got Chibi once again running the Roger. I love the Roger in the jungle with the war cry.
I love it, the war cry. We were actually talking about where the Roger's gonna go, where the Lunox gonna go. Yeah. I was like, okay, maybe we get a Fire Flux here, maybe we get the Lunox in the jungle. But it turns out, no. All right, Nets is gonna be on it in the gold lane. And hey, it's really cool to see, you know, for this matchup especially, Nets, back when he was playing for MPLPH, you know, for Onyx PH, he said that, you know, he's the best goal laner, and now we technically get to see that if he has improved that much. Udil going to be engaged on Zorn as well, getting that G Kundo. We'll see him tested up against Benny QT after transferring the Homebois. He hasn't really had the chance to go up against a lot of Filipino gold laners.
Yeah, it's been a while, I'd say, for Nets. So there's this matchup alone, there's so much to talk about here. Even the fact that this time around, Tlph went with the Baksha pick, which actually ends up, you know, working pretty well against the Angela that Homebois went with. You know, leave it to Homebois, by the way, to go ahead and bring a draft like this to the table. Top side, Sapat should be fine. Does get quite low, but it goes has that passive as well. The body of Smith there to keep him alive a little bit longer, and it will not go down just yet. I think the other thing you have to point out too is Zorn on this choke pick. We saw how good this can be back in the wild card stage, Mirko.
We did, man. Zorn, not even just the wild card, even just earlier, we saw how lethal Zorn can be on the Cho. When he finds, you know, the jam, his momentum, it's very, very hard to actually get away from him. He's a very annoying player on the Cho especially. I think I would say on anything that can actually initiate. So 50% of Mobile Legends heroes.
I was going to say, that's quite a big pool of heroes that can initiate, but Turtle's going to be initiated already, but Tlph is going to start that up. Trying to get that level 4 for Homebois, but they might be a little bit too late to the fight here. Zorn doesn't have it either.
He does have the Shunpu, though. He's going to go over to G Kundo all the way to the back line. Chibi winning out of the retreat battles. Tlph was stunned up in a penalty zone. Sabat's going to hammer down as Sanji picks up the kill. That's first blood over. Chibi will not be able to escape. Liquid Echo, they say it's fine. Get the turtle, we'll take the kills.
Yeah, Liquid Echo does not matter to them. Oh, hold on. Do they? Okay, they get the brilliance out.
Back in the day, we always expect the Beatrix to go for a pure 1v1. You know, like she's the dueler, she's the duelist. But now it's more of a non-lane whenever you're up against a Beatrix. All he does in the lane is clear wave. That's it. And then rotate over to the mid lane, does the same thing as well.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, and at this point, honestly, if you're going to pick the Beatrix up, now again, we saw this get the Savage before, what was that, on day 1, I think it was, with CW, but it's still a hero that has a tool for every situation, and sometimes that might just be clearing waves for a while, getting that gold lane experience. Sanji, though, used that Feathered Airstrike. I don't think Chibi's not going to be able to follow. Heart Guard was actually used, too, so it looked like some miscommunication there from Homebois.
For sure. I think Udil's call was definitely, you know, go in, I can get you the Heart Guard, but Chibi wants to play it a bit safer. He knows here's Zorn. Able to go for the kick onto the way of the Dragon. Wrong angle, though. Sanford jumping in with the Onward and the Earth Shatter. Now with the Primal Wrath. Chibi canceled out of the Light Compound. Zorn going to be getting rid of into back line, and that's a turtle again this time for Liquid Echo as they dominate game number 1 in the first 4 minutes.
Been watching Homebois, they've been like, man, they're looking good. But right now, Liquid Echo is just dominating the early game. That time around, they also managed to get the objective. They got the turtle, they got some kills, and a bunch of extra gold as well. Look at this, Benny Cutie just picks up the BOD this early on.
BOD in the 5th minute of the game. We were talking about how much of a menace he is, just clearing out these waves. Zorn, again, up top, really trying to be annoying here for Sanford, trying to delay him into the lane, and that actually does work out very, very well for Homebois. Sapat is able to get so many hits on the turret, so at least it'll be a trade. Bottom lane tier 1 for the top lane tier 1 as Udil claims that Flask of the Oasis. Now Zorn gonna go for the way of the dragon again onto Tlph, not able to find it just yet, but now finds himself in the proper angle to go for it. The way of the dragon onto Sanford, though, no one's there to follow it up. It's actually gonna be Tlph to rotate faster. Benny Cutie rotating and getting the kill on Zorn, punishing the guy who was meant to go for pickoffs.
Yeah, I think again you're playing the Cho. Oh my goodness! What is that damn? That's big damn!
Benny, my goodness! Have some mercy, LaFell said to the casters, but maybe he should have said it to Liquid Echo.
calculated in the approach to deal with this. Turtle, I think this is just for the taking for Liquid Echo.
The first turtle, Homebois was able to contest it. They were able to get a really good steal. And then the next two turtles, it was just, you know, pure domination for Liquid Echo. Able to control it, set up properly as well. And this time, no contest at all. Zorn trying to go for the way to Dragon. But again, Sanford, I don't really think he's the right target to go for. Now with Tlph with the shield unity, Sapat, Udil, everybody from Homebois, they can't even step foot in their own jungle. They're gonna go on to Sanford now with the chaos as well. Sanford just walks up with the onward, has the primal wrap, flickers back again. 2v5 in the bottom lane. Sanford sustaining in, but will finally be taken out by Zorn. Now with Sanji rotating as well. That's a feather airstrike to deal some damage. Chibi getting rid of Tlph, but now Benny Cutie, the big damn carry is here. The raid boss looking to go for the cleanup.
Benny.
The Bennett's Rage not in range. Zorn with the G Kundo. Great disengage, and Homebois will be able to capitalize on that 2v5.
He hasn't gone down. He's been able to farm up. Zorn's going to take some damage, though.
Chain CC. Zorn, baits out the feathered airstrike too. Very early on Sanji. And now he'll be forced to recall. He doesn't have a lot of mana, but it does seem like he's actually going to choose to stay around the Lord pit. Angela in the bottom lane trying to go for that macro advantage with wave clear. With the global presence, Sapat has the penalty zone. Can go for the chain CC onto Tlph, but Tlph goes for the shield unity. Chibi walking in, and he wins it! Now with the Red Tree battle, Sapat jumps in deep into the back line. Sanford gonna be able to still tank in so much damage in the front, soaking it in, but ultimately will have to disengage. They can't go for more. Homebois, great steal. Zorn, way the dragon, bringing Benny Cutie back into the wild. Like can pounce. But the feather airstrike isn't able to take him down just yet now. And Homebois, again, another amazing pick.
They do. And that's why I was mentioning it earlier with Nets. You know, for the most part, as he... mid lane.
Shield unity into the Poison. Chibi still able to evade from the feathered airstrike as Zorn pops in to conceal. Still no full initiation. Zorn wants to go for it. Jumps in with the G Kundo. Shunpu's back out as Sanford pops into Earth Shatter. Both teams playing it slow, resetting.
Even in conjunction with having an Angela there to help you out. So we'll have to see, again, the damage potential from this Lunox picks later on. They jump in.
Onward, Earth Shatter. Try to time the Shunpu, not that time. Zorn, unfortunate for him. He gets sniped down by the Renner's Apathy.
He's going to start it up. Actually, really front-sided this. Sapat now part of the fight too. The rest of them as well. Zorn going in with conceal.
Trying to bait out that Purify from Sanji, but it stays with it. JP gonna be scratched down by Chibi just a bit, forcing to flicker around as Tlph uses the Tortoise of Poissons, losing all of his mana. Feather airstrike by Sanji to poke them down. Slowly but surely, the Lord reset it. Zorn again, now inside. Way the Dragon, used up by Zorn, and he's forced to flicker. Earth Shatter by Sanford, right into Benny QT, who follows it through. One-man advantage for Liquid Echo. As they play around nets, jumps in with the chaos, unable to find Sanji. The blue comes in and Sanford again finds the onward, right into the shield unity to change CC Chibi, but he's still able to escape now with the Bennett's Rage not connecting. Nets gets the brilliance off just in time, but Sanford is able to catch him just in time as well. Liquid Echo, though, secure the Lord.
Fully lined up, should be able to at least hold on possibly some of the base turrets if they can withstand the initiation from Liquid Echo.
They still have a Lunox, but Liquid Echo have a Farsa. Feathered airstrike, that's all they needed to zone them away. And Udil, Udil in the bottom lane pops into hard guard and will be able to escape. Tlph didn't have the shield unity that time. And it's a great distraction. Chibi, what? Caught all alone. Sanford brings him back to the team. Overextended. What?
Why was he there?
Why was he there?
Well, with that, Liquid Echo, they know they can go in.
Shield unity, Sanji flying by. Udil forced to flicker around the feather airstrike inside of the base. Udil still able to get out. Nets gonna be chunked down as well by that feathered airstrike. 3 base turrets taken down with one big mistake from Chibi.
Zorn. Can he do something?
The saving grace goes on to Benny Cutie, finds the engagement with Wader's Dragon, but a penalty zone locks them down for nothing. Nets is unable to get them. It's only JB gets taken now. Benny is able to kite away. Zorn has to conceal, but he's unable to find anyone else. Now it's a killing spree as Benny goes into the Menace Rage. Sanford with the Primal Rad now following down, trying to go for the mobility. The feather airstrike there, taking Nets out. Zorn has the G Kundo. One last snipe. Zorn able to evade from it with the Shunpu. Gets immobilized, but is still able to run away. Homebois, they're able to defend.
For Homebois to get past, even when he pops that Primal Wrath form. So Lord up once again. Homebois resetting, readjusted. Their base is fully exposed. they have to keep an eye on the possibility of what we've seen the Liquid Echo do time and time again. And the Lord is now up. Liquid Echo will go ahead and approach this. Meanwhile, Udil is planted topside. But I'm not sure if Homebois really wants to contest this Lord here.
Doesn't seem like Liquid Echo are gonna go for a full commit just yet, but they do just with a few more shots. Zorn concealed to the back line, trying to go for it. Sanford will be able to secure it. Now it's gonna be Chibi again, caught in the front. Gets sniped down by Benny. Just with the basic attack, he dealt that much damage. Benny chasing him down. Zorn still able to escape with the G Kundo. Look at Sanford with the Primal Wrath. Benny trying to cut him off. And it will be JP with a flicker forward. Zorn will not be able to take this damage. Sky Piercer for Benny. The TPs start counting them from Liquid Echo as they take Zorn down. 5 members strong with a big Lord in the mid lane.
They'll wait for it. Lord walks in with them, and the cavalry is here, and they're looking to close out the game.
That's a 4-man penalty zone right into the winner crown, but what is it for? They're going to be gunned down by Benny QT, who's an absolute monster in game number 1. TPs all across the board as Liquid Echo take the lead.
And the cavalry is out, and the crowd goes wild with them. Team Liquid Echo, man, oh man. Are they again at the peak here? Or is there more yet to be seen from this lineup? Homebois, it looked like, you know, they were holding on a little bit there. They were finding some signs of hope. The Homebois have to go back to the drawing board. It just was not enough to deal with everything being thrown at them. Just talk about it time and time again from Liquid Echo. Homebois, hopefully they can find an adjustment. Again, this is for the ruler of Group C. We'll find out again in this best of 2. Team Liquid Echo already a very dominant game 1 as we jump into the land of Dawn here. Can Homebois take this draft and even out the series 1-1? Again, the fight, the rulers of Group C here for our ALG match of the day. Look at that, things falling into place already for these junglers. Look at this aggression from JP. And man, it's been a minute since we've seen the chip being used. Wow, he's actually getting really low here, but just want to put the pressure on Chibi, so he's going to be fine. And yeah, I think this is going to be the question is, how does this Leo Mord work against Tlph on a very... I'm actually surprised that he picks up the Baksha again.
Yeah, me too. But, you know, I was also surprised that they went for the Xavier, and they got the chip. Nets up top, already getting bullied, though. This is what we expect from Mr. Man on the chip. JP, he's going to be everywhere on the map. In the mid lane, though, I didn't expect Sanji to be able to actually, like, level up against Udil here. Oh, it's a crash course onto him, first blood! Damn you, JP! No! It's his fault again!
He just flew over and connected on that. Talk about timing here. Tlph, not level 4 just yet, might get it during this exchange.
Oh, going in for the 1v1. With that little skirmish, though, Chibi does get 1 kill, so it's actually kind of worth it for Homebois, I feel, in a way, right? Because Chibi does get the snowballing a bit faster here. You can already see Zorn as well, trying to be that annoying force in the jungle with this Grok. Pops in the barrier, unable to go for the reset on the turtle. But Sanford is already posturing up. Seems for Suppot, he does have the penalty zone. They can go for it. JP going to be zoning Chibi away. Crash course into the back line, forcing Chibi to use the horsey horse. And there you go. Jumps into the back. Tlph. Oh, it's a mobilization with a Mystic Field. JP picks up a double. He gets 3 kills and it's all on him. He might be going for a triple just there. 3-1.
Is JP the carry here?
The whole Mystic Field straight into the punch of Sanford.
He just got the level 4. He now has the shortcut available. So what more is he going to bring to the table and bring to this fight? Wild charge.
Zorn with wild charge, but it's only on to Tlph as they get immobilized by the Mystic Field. Now Chibi joining the frame, missing the skill shot. Tlph gets caught by the Synchro Vision, and this time JP won't be able to pop that shortcut in, so no Sanford to help them out. I don't know. Do they know?
I think they know.
JP knows, but does JP know that JP knows? Udo rotating as well. Has a shortcut. They catch him now. JP able to get the crash course down. Puts down the shortcut, but that's going to be Udo who puts it down. JP forced to go back. And now, you know, there's really not much that Homebois was able to get there. Sanford, this is damage that with the knockout strike as well. Oh, the flicker, Sanford! Getting the kill on Udil. 1-2. and now he's gone. Chibi, shield unity, cancel it out. Still JP walking up with the crash course, and the wild charge connects into the back line. Chibi still able to secure the turtle, but now gets engaged on. The shortcut is there, but nobody's following it up. Benny! With the help of the dawning light, Benny again with the light can pounce under the tier 2 in the 4th minute of the game. Is the liquid stampede that we were talking about. Benny's still able to escape on the knockout strike. Nets gonna be knocked up. One last shot should do it, but he's still able to escape right now. JP and Sanji again. It's back up.
Wait. Usually it takes a while for Xavier to get those low cooldowns, but he had 2 dawning lights in that whole exchange. My goodness, Liquid Echo again, a full force ahead. Oh man, and that is going to be the Sky Piercer already locked in for Benny Cutie. Udil does get the Enchanted Talisman out. He's got to be able to scale up on this Valentina pick. Some of those terrifying mechanics would play a part as well. Still holding on to the shortcut, but here JP goes in again.
Yeah, with the shortcut, Sanford trying to go for it. Now it's called He jumps in, knockout strike by Sanford. Gonna be caught in the Mystic Field, Nets disappearing. Zorn under the turret, it won't save you, not this time. Benny again, just scratches him, claws his way to another kill. It's another 3 for 0 for the Cavalry.
There's a reason why Chip is constantly banned out for the most part, him and Luo Yi. The structure that they can bring to a game, the chaoticness that they can bring to a match really makes things difficult to play, especially when you're behind. We're talking about 6,000 gold behind at the 7-minute mark as they can't do anything about this turtle being taken by Tlph. Homeboys will find themselves in a position that they found themselves in the previous game where they're looking to find any kind of win, any kind of glimpse of hope to keep into this game, to hopefully get to the 1-1 in the series. But right now, Liquid Echo in full force, in full control of this.
Oh, again, it's JP bringing him back into the bottom lane. He does finally get punished for it, but it's a good trade. He got the gold laner just with that. Sanford rotating all around. Everybody's going to be ignoring him. Sanji, let's see if he can win this one. Usually in lore, you do it. A dawning light against 3 members. Nah, I'd win, he says. But just like the lore, he dies.
Just like the Lord. Good pickups here for Homeboys, but here's the answer.
Here's the Cavalry. Udil going to be scratched out by Benny again with the Lycan Pounce.
The Homeboys, can they adjust? Can they readjust the game plan here? Because we're not even talking about the fact that this lineup from Liquid Echo scales big into the late game, especially with Xavier in their hands. This is a hero that just, once he has, I don't even know, a 5-second dawning light, nearly max cooldown reduction, it gets very difficult to play against here. And so when you're looking at Homeboy's lineup, it's got to be that penalty zone. It's got to be the wild charge to set things up and then layered into a Zaman force. Chibi should not be the one starting things out.
1v3, Sanford still able to escape with the shortcut as well. Now JP puts the shortcut. The Cavalry comes down with the flanks, and it's Penny who returns the favor. Nets is down, so is Udil. And next, it's going to be Supat on the chopping block. Still a barrier. As Penny doesn't care, he dives out of the tier 2. So looking for it, gets shut down under the turret. Sanji, looking for the Mystic Field. Chibi's still able to run away as JP pops the crash course down. No further engage. That would have been crazy. A dawning light as well there for it to get Chibi a little bit lower.
A little bit lower, but I mean, look at the confidence here again with Liquid Echo, the way they're playing, even under the tier 2 turrets. Lord's up now, it's for the taking. They did lose 2 members. It was a trade 2 for 2. But just looking at the item difference here, look at that. Look at Benny Cutie, has the Sky Piercer, has the Endless Battle now as well to pair it up with the 3 items, and there's the Lightning Trunchet. So also for Homeboys, they gotta catch up here. Another Dawning Light gonna be used. It's got such a low cooldown already at this point, 10 minutes in the game.
Lore accurate.
Yeah, lore accurate, that's right. And with that, we'll see, once again, the battle for this Lord. As we saw from the previous game, the Lord dance has evolved. And Sanji alone, able to provide so much utility to this lineup. Udil's gonna go ahead and take that shortcut for himself. We saw this in the previous skirmish, the team fight. Turned into a quick 5v5. But as Homeboys kind of readjust, they're gonna go ahead and let Liquid Echo start this Lord up. Sapat, given the information, we got Chibi all the way on the bottom side. I think they just give this up, possibly. Shortcut.
Again, Zorn with the conceal as well as Tlph goes in for the flanks, but is unable to find it. Zorn getting caught in the Mystic Field. Nets jumping forward, gets caught by the shield unity. Coldest with the choice of his poise shots. Damage reduction all across the board, but Chibi's able to take him down. JP rotating the back line now with Benny again, scratching Zorn down. It's going to be Support finding the penalty zone, getting rid of JP. Sanji flickering out, nine with Chibi. Going to be taken down by Sanji as he pops into Dawning Light again. Sanford on the chase. The Mystic Field right into Sanford. The San duo again in the 11th minute, and they're looking for a Sanford with a flicker, but a knockout strike to knock him up straight into the Mystic Field. Oh my goodness!
Talk about synergy between the entire team from Team Liquid Echo and the San duo, part of that highlight, and now they'll take the Lord from Homebois, furthering it. It does take a little bit longer. Coldest will make his way, but Homebois, man, is it getting increasingly more grim as they approach this. Look at the layering here. Sanford goes in, gets the punches off the Mystic Fields there, and Benny Cutie goes in as well. Talk about, again, the juggling between this lineup.
You hear that? Nothing. Because that was what happened. There was nothing Homebois could do there. They had to just accept it, and it's ridiculous. How Liquid Echo, now Benny with the BOD. That's his 4th item in this game, ladies and gentlemen. 12 minutes in, it's a BOD.
What's crazy about it is Chibi went with this Leomord pick. He has some items. He's got even the Malefic Roar, but it feels like every single time they try to fight it out, he's just not able to utilize those picks. And that's the Wishing Lantern picked up now for Sanji.
Oh, look at that, look at that.
There it is. I'm sure you guys have seen the clips going around with the Wishing Lantern and the Xavier, and why this pick is quite massive in terms of the damage department with the low cooldown like the Dawning Light. So easy to proc that 10% current HP with the 800 proc. And with that, Homebois will lose. Oh, they hold on just barely to that turret, top side of the base. Dawning Light going to be used again. They're really trying to keep what they can up.
Flickers out right now, but gets caught again by a few of those shots. Sanji in the back line, still able to flicker out now. That's going to be supplied with the wild charge, helped out by Zorn. Still Sanford in the back line, trying to deal some damage. Get the shield down and gets out with the shortcut too. Oh my lord! Liquid Echo are running Homebois down.
What a shortcut! You know, you saw Sanford in there.
Escape.
He got the work done, and then he escapes. Oh my, Homebois. Can they hold on to the rest of the base turrets here? They got 2 left, the top one's down. And they'll try to keep it at bay, but the Guardian's barrier is not gonna be enough. Bottom turret now goes down, mid could be next. Homebois, can they hold it together?
With the first Lord, a Dawning Light again onto Nets to poke him down. 13 minutes in, 2 base turrets. The mid lane, the only base turret left standing, is already at half HP too. Liquid Echo, they're making the Xavier look like an early game pick. And you can see from the items as well, it basically is an early game pick. He's almost tied for gold with the gold laner and a 5-1 and 11. He's 5-1 and 14.
Hey, if there's a game for a mid laner, that's it. Because, man, look at the difference between the gold. Udil just picking up the Divine Glaive. So even down that much gold, Udil should be able to at least provide some damage, but I feel like it's just getting to that point for Homebois where, again,
look at that.
How often do you have to play against that?
Oh, I mean, in the early game, we were already questioning the cooldown.
Now, how about now?
How about now? I guess we'll see. It's up again. Look at oh my god.
That had to be 10 seconds or so.
I think it might be, yeah, probably 10 seconds.
In real time, right? Because I know my time difference works a little bit different, but...
What would it be for the building time?
Oh, man, I don't know.
It's okay. There you go.
There it is again.
You have it again. Someone, I think LaFell and Wolf could definitely, you know, and Leo could definitely count it down. You know, how long does it take for Sanji to get the Dawning Light at the 15th minute of the game? He's up again. He's going to just spam it across the board. Sanford with the flank. Trying to go for Udil.
Oh, there it is.
Zone of the power of nature. Now Chibi going to be caught again, and that's going to be Sanford going for the solo kill. Udil decimated in the back line. Benny Cutie getting rid of Chibi as JP does it again. Now with the Dawning Light taking Zorn low, it's up to Benny to finish him. While Sanji gets nets. Liquid Echo are styling on Homebois. Sanford, Benny, Sanji, Coldest, and JP. The cavalry is here to take over at MSC. As they buy the winner crowns, they all go for the freeze. Winner crown, boo!
And they are the rulers of Group C here. Team Liquid Echo, what a dominant performance. And a performance that all the teams for MSC here at EWC will be paying attention to. Because, man, again, they're at the peak. And also, Homebois, they are going forward to the knockout stage. This was the ALJ match of the day. Good showing from Team Liquid Echo. Homebois will have to, of course, take whatever they learned from this and bring it with them to the knockout stage while they wait for the rest of the teams. And again, for everybody wondering, you wanted to lock in that top spot of the group because you will face off against number 2 from the group you go against. And that's what they were fighting for here. As you can see, you know, smiles across the board. How can you not? What a performance here from Liquid Echo.
The 5 winner crowns. They all sold their items to get the winner crowns. All for that iconic Gideon Q winner crown, fool. They had to do it with the Homebois. You know, Homebois were recalling a whole lot on them.
They were.
Liquid Echo, they find a new way to disrespect their opponents, and it's through the 5-man winner crown.